Hi, Libra. All right, welcome to the space. Thank you for being here. Yeah, welcome to now. Okay, so Libra, what's happening here? We actually have a lot of majors, and I didn't pick very many cards. 4 of them. Let me see, just a second. Well, I heard no time wasted. No time wasted. But I also see it's not necessarily, there's no need for you to push anything right now. I feel like you've been going for a while. And so there may be a little bit of a period of rest, or at least a little consideration. Oh, shucks. Let me turn that off. Sorry. Where is it? Sorry about that, Libra. Let me turn off this ringer. There we go. All right, now we're ready. Sorry about the interruption. Okay. So what's your focus right now? So again, I see you've been doing a lot. I see you've been building, like creating things, right? Not only putting the energy out there, but actually physically creating things. And I guess right now, again, I saw that little period of rest would be helpful for you to kind of reflect on what you have. I see be proud of yourself for what you have achieved. Yes, please. I heard thank your inner child. Like thank your younger self, I guess, because whoever that was is a big part of who you are now. Cute. Yeah, totally. It's a big part of it. And I like that we're smiling when we're talking about the past in this way, or whoever you used to be, whatever that all used to be, right? Yeah. Star and the 8 of Pentacles. Beautiful. I guess something could streamline with work. And I actually just saw a pretty fast running stream. And there were a lot of fish in it, so well, you have plenty, right? Also, it reminds me of that saying, give a man a fish, they'll eat for one day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. I guess in relation to other people too, you may be a little bit curious. Like, I just heard this Queen of Pentacles be like, why can't they figure it out? Or something like that. Like, I wish that, like, it's almost like your perspective of maybe common sense and someone else's perspective of common sense, or what would be commonly attended to, is a little bit different. But maybe this goes into, I feel like we've talked about this before. Sometimes you'll just do things for people because you feel like it'll it's easier to do it for them than, how do I see this? Well, I guess just be patient with people is the point. Could have a few questions about your relationships with other people. Excuse me, hold on. Sorry about that. I see that'll pan itself out. Yeah, Four of Wands. That'll pan itself out. Ten of Cups. This is very, very positive. I wouldn't worry about it too much. There could be a little emotional flux, I heard, between now and maybe the next month or so. Like, could just be like once or twice a week, or maybe it's a couple minutes a day. Like something creeps in, like some feeling creeps in. I heard that you've felt before. But if something's sort of repetitive, I see, take it in stride and with a grain of salt, because it's showing you something so you can look at it differently, right? Okay. Libra. Guess you're also supposed to take a little downtime too, so that you can figure out what you want to do with what you have, or maybe what you could do with what you have. Maybe you this time of resting, because you're air sign, but cardinal, so you're always doing something too. I guess just give yourself this space to rest, because I feel like some really good ideas will come to you, or maybe you'll figure out like, oh, that's how I say that, or that's how I can address this situation so that it's easier as you go along. And even though you can't see everything yet, you have a security within you to know that you're on the right path. Even though sometimes as you go along, you have to clean up, like sort of stop and like clean up the path, right? I heard you don't just walk over the trouble. Whatever it is, you address it, right? Put it in its right place, then move along. However long that takes you, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I heard no need to roll in the muck, because that won't clean it. But you can put it in the right places. And I see specifically emotionally. This could have to do with some tighter relationships that you have that are important to you. Okay. I feel like you're becoming stronger. So this is a building of energy, which sort of represents fire to me in like a forward momentum. But there's also a need for patience. What's this about? I feel like if you know where it is in your chart, where Pisces is and your 12th house are two things that you're working towards February, March. It's like clearing out an old energy. Maybe you're getting a rock out of your shoe. Excuse me. And then I heard, oh, how good it feels to create what you'll do. Okay. It's so interesting. Have a little ding ding. We'll have a little side note here. I think it's fascinating that, because inside the house and how I record a lot outside the house, I haven't recorded inside the house in a very long time. I feel like it's been a few years where this is a little more regular. And the readings are a little more cryptic when they're in the house, which is interesting. So I heard, take it in stride. Don't let it hurt your pride. You've signed up for the ride, so enjoy it. All right. Let's see. Let's look at some signs that I see. Capricorn, Leo, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini. So, okay, let's talk about your creativity. Whatever you're working on perfecting. Okay. Libra. Ooh, Sun card and the Seven of Pentacles. So if you put good energy around something that you're creating with, it has a more highly likely outcome of success. Now, ways of gardening, not every single seed is going to grow exactly the same. You know, some of them might be duds, some might be super strong and grow really fast. Some are a little bit slower, but they're real stocky and sturdy, But what's nice about this is the seeds that haven't grown or don't grow, the duds, that was just making more room for the other ones that are going to grow in the order that they're going to grow. Does this make sense? It's like, okay, this one didn't grow, but this one next to it did. And this one grew really fast, so it needed more space. And so this blooms first, and you can pick from that. And the cool thing about not having everything work at the same pace is so that after this blooms and gives you what you have put into it, right, then the next thing blossoms as this one is going back into the life cycle, right? With this life, there's death, etc. It just... with creation there is decomposition, and this helps everything grow. And so there's like I heard picking from the tree of knowledge. Oh, I didn't mention before, this is it's for Aquarius season, but when I'm recording this, but you're actually the first sign in February. So I just saw you organizing information. organizing something so it's more easily accessible, more efficient. I heard you've been practicing long enough now to know what the rhythm is. So be okay with the stop and go. Right, maybe you want to think about yourself too, since we talked about rest, is if you are having to go a lot, do a lot, right? That Queen of Wands that was here first, the Queen of Pentacles too, very hardworking. Excuse me. Give yourself an ample amount of downtime so that you are feeling more grounded, and putting your time in the right, with the right people in the right places. What are these two about? Oh, don't be afraid to be who you are. No, don't be afraid to be who you are. Although you are Libra, and Libra is generally pretty peaceful sign. It likes to keep the peace, right? Didn't you have a reading, the Peacekeeper? But your opposite is Aries, so you do have a great strength about you. And it's always surprising when you actually say something that is more like stern Aries like. So I guess check into where you try not to repress what it is that you want to say, but maybe sit with what you want to say if there is something you're kind of frustrated or upset with, especially in relation to other people, because there's a little bit of a lesson of forgiveness in here. Because no one's perfect. And I heard the problems of today washed away by the sands of time tomorrow. My friend Jan Van Dam taught me this saying: it's not a problem until it's a problem, right? If something isn't actually factually happening, like to you, around you, right, in your vicinity, then it's not something that you need to worry about. You can always prepare yourself for things that are maybe further away or that you are approaching, but not out of fear, out of preparation. But worrying about the thing that could be a problem is not helpful. And if you let go of that worry, even when you come up against a problem, there is a resolve for that. And this is where you use your really wonderful diplomatic, right, creative, loving, intelligent self to be like, hey, how about this? Like a different alternative or a compromise of sorts, right? You're no longer like choosing things or like a sacrifice, right? You're approaching it in ways of compromise. Good, Libra. And I think that's part of the test, too. How do I see this? Well, I guess if you're wondering too, like, I heard, do they forgive me? Yes. Like, do they miss you? Yes. Do they love you? Yes. I heard, are they sorry? Yes. And I see, is it time to move on? To a new place in time? Yes. I see, move ahead 3 squares. Move ahead 3 squares. And for a lot of you, this goes from your 6th to your to the 9th house. Because you do have to let go of something to have something new. But I see if you if you're aware of that, accepting of that, and I heard, get the rock out of your shoe. I just keep seeing all these, you planting seeds and all these plants growing, but it's so cool. It's like, boom, this one grows a little slower. Again, you grab it, you know, you love it, you water it, you prune it. It's like, you just, and then it gives such fulfillment. And then even after that one's done, it's like, again, there's, it just keeps coming. It's a really lovely energy. There's a momentum to it, but again, it's natural. It's not too fast. Good Libra. Well, I guess we circled back full circle there. Good. Yep, perfect. I do feel like you're healing something with Pisces. You are in conjunct to them, so maybe you know, turning some of those belief systems that you've been building into now knowing. You know what I mean? That believing is now becoming a knowing. And that's a really wonderful place to be. Thank you for being here, Libra. I do hope you have the happiest now. Excuse me. Remember, it's not a problem until it's a problem. You can always, you're such a good problem solver. You know, you really, really are. Great compromiser. So diplomatic, right? So maybe weigh some pros and cons too. You know, if you're trying to figure out where you're at, or how you want to, what some of the options are for the future, because this will help you to decide, you know. Okay. Well, I do appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of this space. I really do appreciate it. Please take care of yourselves, and I will speak to you later. Peace out.